Welcome to Williams-Brice Stadium in Columbia, South Carolina. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. It's the Florida Gators and the South Carolina Gamecocks. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Inside Williams-Brice Stadium for South Carolina, the Sandstorm team entrance is electric. The fans make this one of the most special venues in sports. Loud, proud, and rocking. That iconic entrance is one you've got to appreciate. Guys?
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. The Gamecocks headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Grabs behind the line. It's Pryor. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
And I love linebackers, man, that just have a nose for the football, an absolute feel. Great job not losing vision, feeling the running back start to come out of the backfield to catch the football, and then doing the most important part. Probably the hardest, too.
Turning on the Jets. Inside the 30. Past the 10. Touchdown, Gators. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody. In their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The run inside. It's Clark. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
That's done.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Sellers. The sure hands. It's Bennett. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
And the Gamecocks come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Running inside, it's Clark. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and
he lobs one high down the left side. And he needed a little bit wider field as that one falls out of bounds.
And that's not a surprise. When a QB lines up and sees man-to-man coverage on his guy that runs so fast on the GPS that it's speeding in a school zone, like this dude can absolutely roll. He sees man coverage, tries to take advantage of it. They don't execute on that play. But if you want to play that defense, I think you'll get that pattern a lot from that guy.
Takes the handoff. It's Clark. Thrust that arm out. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
The Gamecocks pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Here's Sellers to throw. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
well, I think the ball just got on the receiver so quickly. He took his time working his route, and by the time he got his head around, ball was already there, and he just wasn't able to stab it.
They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. He'll pull it down. They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28.
And, man, I love his courage to run the football. And I think it's necessary for the team. Sometimes you got to do that. But, man, see the surroundings, right? Like, knowing guys are around you. He gets hit late at the end of that play, and he got decked. You do not want to take those shots throughout a game. They will add up, and sometimes it will affect your throwing. It's too big of a hit to be taken for this quarterback.
And how about that? That's already the 3rd target this guy has had on the opening drive of the game. He is a big factor for their success throwing the football. He's got to win the matchups. Even though that one goes incomplete, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
Throwing Sellers. That's reeled in. It's Clark. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
And the Gamecocks will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Running the red zone. It's Clark. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and goal.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll keep it on the ground to the left, stiffing the goal line. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, 2nd and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the 3rd down.
They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. On the move, it's McAllister. And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Pop.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. That'll bring him to within 4.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Pryor. Breaks into the open. They get him on the ground, and boy, they took the business end of that run as he picked up 8.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Jones wants to throw it. Finds a tight end. It's a game of 1st downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, 1st down.
And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, miss the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Blasted as he lets it go. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Hauls it in. And he's still running after the move. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them. They're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Finds his man down the middle. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the 1st down marker.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find the rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game.
How many 1st downs is that alone, just on this drive? The defense, they keep this up, they're going to get worn out, continue to have to play more and more guys. They got to do something to change this.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
And that's the second time today, man. Like, you see, it looks like he's going in fast forward. He's got some jets, man. This guy can really, really move. This offense does such a nice job of finding creative ways to get him the football. And we've already seen it today. A couple of explosive plays, and they're going to continue to feature this young man.
And he moved it slightly forward. Defense played it well. We've reached the break. It's Florida with the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers through the first quarter. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Jones to throw. Makes the grab. Oh, and he thought he had a chance to house him, but the defense tackles him at the 3.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. And
he's in. Touchdown, Gators.
What a start for this guy, right? 2 drives, and that's already his second rushing touchdown. And listen, this area of the field, David, in the red zone, you got to be able to run it. It's really hard to throw. The windows aren't very big, but this dude right now is feeling it.
And as a defense now, I understand the mission. Palmer, it's pretty simple. They're going to run the football. So I've got to meet that physical challenge, man. I got to stop the run, or else this is going to be a long day for this defense.
And the returner will be brought down. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. Complete in the middle. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
Well, I'll tell you, there are a lot of coordinators out there that would want to set up the shot, especially on the first play of the drive, maybe run the ball, and then a few plays later go play action, make it look the same before shooting it downfield. They just did it right away on first down, first play of the drive. If you get the matchup, take the shot. That's exactly what happened. Nice job.
It's not just about sacks and getting the quarterback on the ground. When you can hurry him up, speed up that thought process, get near his legs, all those things lead to incompletions and sometimes mistakes.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Sellers. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. It's Bennett. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. Again, it's Sellers. Here's a heat. And they got him.
Well, you just sort of felt like this defense had to do something to get this quarterback out of a rhythm, right? He's been picking them apart all drive long, and finally they come up with a sack.
Really need to pick up some yardage this time on second and long. Scanning the field, it's Sellers. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and they'll get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. There he goes. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Gators, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. The give on the counter. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
That back had nowhere to go. Defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. Working that left side now. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on 3rd down here. Play clock was down to 5. No need to rush things. Make sure you got it right, so they'll use the timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. Jones wants to throw it. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
Really nice job by the defense, playing aggressive, understanding it could be a running situation, but still playing disciplined enough to play the pass and be successful on that 3rd and short.
The attempt is no good. Guys, after the miss, still up by 4.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal, miss, make, rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field, looking to take a shot. They tried to take the top off with the first play of the drive and got nothing to show for it.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Here's Sellers to throw. Flips it out on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
And that last play will make this 3rd down even more difficult. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Here comes the heat. Intercepted. Oh, what a play. Got some room to run. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Zone equals eyes. When I say that, DBs, linebackers, all covering the middle of the field. So many guys over the middle of the field trying to take away the easy stuff, but reading the quarterback's eyes the whole time. Whenever he breaks to throw that football and that hand separates from the ball, I'm breaking on it. You can tell they had a beat on it. Nice cut, nice instincts. Give me that INT.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
The run inside. It's ball. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Jones to throw. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. Now up by 7 points here in the second.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over, and while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field goal.
He's out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and that's where this offense will go to work. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Throwing, Sellers. Here's the pressure. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
The screen, he's got wheels. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Got his man. He stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's 1st down. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Sellers. That's caught. It's Bennett. Could not make his way to the corner. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy at that slot position.
Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Running inside. It's Clark. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. It's 3rd and 5. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the wideout. Working the middle. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
And this offense has a chance to pull even as we get deep in the first half. Defense trying to hold on to the lead. Touchdown, South Carolina! And they take it in for 6 more points. The extra point here would tie the game.
And I love that this offense stuck to it, stuck to the run game, didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Jones wants to throw it. Throw to the right side. That's Wilson. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
Out routes are very much about timing. It's got to be a quick, decisive movement from the quarterback. As soon as he sticks that foot in the ground, you know he's breaking out. Throw it right now so he can go make you a play. Great pitch, great catch.
Makes the catch. It's Singleton. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Fires to the middle. It's complete. They've got the first down. Mark it at the 26 in the waning seconds of the half. Clock is stopped. Florida has called a timeout at second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. To the air on first down. Makes the grab on the left. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
And the defense catches a break on that one. And this guy's not a superstar, but he's pretty dang reliable. And we talked to them about this guy. Like, he's kind of the security blanket for the quarterback. And him to drop that football doesn't happen often. You take those lucky things when you can get them.
On third down, he drops to throw. He's got his man. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Trying to run, it's Ball. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. Here's Sellers to throw. Looking to the big tight end. That's caught. It's Hunt. Steps out of bounds across the 25. They'll mark it at the 26, and a good pickup for this offense here.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
One more snap coming before halftime. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Escapes the pressure going right. He's got it. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's going to do it here in the first half. Everybody stick with us. We'll head to halftime. Just about set to get this second half underway. Fielded in the end zone, it's Harbor. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
4 receivers set, 2 on each side on 2nd and 8. Throwing, Sellers. Gets away. Pressure coming. Runs through a tackle. And runs through another guy. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain.
This is the most annoying thing in the world for a defense, is when you start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside the pocket, and he takes off, and he gets a first down. Like, so much to defend. That is the hardest thing to defend because you don't know where it's going to happen on the field and when it's going to happen.
Looking for a man. It's Sellers. Rushes on him. He's going to run it. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Man, that's so frustrating. And it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
And the Gamecocks will snap it on 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Clark. Got enough for the first. Could be an alley. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Extra point here will tie the game. And after that extra point, we have a tie-ball game in the 3rd quarter. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped it off with an explosive in the running game, a 59-yard touchdown run. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Now they'll try to answer that score with one of their own and regain the lead here in the 3rd. On the ground, it's Pryor. Turning it on. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
That's caught. It's Pryor. At the 45 on his way. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
Well, it's a really nice job by the quarterback that time, working through his progressions because the running back was not the primary target on that play. You find the check down, though, and when you get it to that guy, if he's even got a little bit of room, he's got the wiggle and the speed, and he's going to make something really positive happen. He did right there.
Got it inside the 30 before he's finally pulled down at the 25. It's a gain of 6. 6-yard pickup on first down, leaves him with 2nd and 4. Jones to throw. Firing to the right, complete. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. And the Gators headed quickly to the line. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down.
Those are those opportunities in the game. You got a chance to take points off the board, make a big play, and you just couldn't squeeze the interception. That's one of those plays coaches come back to, talk about, say, think if we get this pick and we start taking this the other direction and we take points off of the scoreboard.
This is a makeable field goal distance, but this offense is thinking touchdowns. They'll go for it on 4th. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
Well, to heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decided to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are...
And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up. Gonna take a shot at this DB. Goes high to pull it in. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down.
Really nice poise by the quarterback on that throw. He's obviously backed up deep in his own end. He knows he can't take a sack, but all of his focus is downfield on coverage. He finds the matchup he wanted, and it's an explosive play for the offense through the air.
Letting them out of jail like that is a punch in the teeth to this defense. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 37. Fight another broken tackle. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a 1st down.
Well, you saw that broken tackle, David. This defense has to do a real good job with gang tackling to stop this guy today.
You cannot assume one guy's going to get him to the ground. Everybody's got to swarm to the football, all eyes on him, and play physical.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Sellers. Pocket breaking down. And just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
This has been a tight one, 3rd quarter, all tied up. It's now 2nd and 10. The run inside. It's Clark. Nowhere to go. Same song, 2nd verse, as this defense is ready for this guy.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Sellers lined up in the gun on 3rd down. Looking long. Goes high to pull it in. Touchdown, Gamecocks. With that, they grab the lead here in the 2nd half.
Well, you got to give the quarterback a lot of credit on that one, David. As soon as he recognized man coverage, there was no question where he was going to be looking. One of the fastest wide receivers in the game.
I was about to say, you credit the quarterback. It's his speed. You play him man-to-man, he gets open, he wins. I'm not sure why we're crediting the quarterback. He's got jets.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Jones wants to throw it. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Finally brought down, but what a play not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Coming out of the tunnel in the 3rd quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the 3rd quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the 1st half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming.
I love the attitude by this team now. You just got a critical takeaway. You're set up in amazing field position down in the red zone. Take a shot. Go right now. Throw it. Don't even wait. There's zero hesitation. Force the defense on the very first play of the drive to have to step up. And the defense did exactly that. If you're on offense here, I don't know. I'd just throw it again.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On third and short, they keep it on the ground here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be fourth down.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
Well, they're able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would have liked to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession and give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can get it.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Running inside. It's Pryor. At the 35, he's loose. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Getting deep in the third quarter, minute and a half to go here. Jones to throw. Makes the catch. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down. The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Handoff for Ball. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on second and 4. Here's Jaden one more time. There's a crease. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6.
Well, a big key for this offense was getting the run game established. And this guy now over 120 rushing yards in this one. You got to give credit to the O-line. You obviously have to give credit to the running back as well. But they have answered the bell. They knew what they needed to do if they were going to be able to have success. And they're executing this game plan flawlessly.
And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. We've reached the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. Could not find a hole. This defense clogging up everything. It's third and goal. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Looking for the touchdown on third and goal. Touchdown, Florida. Quick strike through the air for the score. Ready to try the point after. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Coming out with it, it's Harbor. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
And one of the things I love about this defense is their speed. And they knew coming into the game that they were going to see quarterback run, but that time they had him all bottled up, and they were able to use their speed to make him go east and west and run him out of bounds. Not a great game.
Here's Sellers to throw. Fires to the right. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. Looking for more room.
Let's go. Talk about leaving the door open. Yes, please. You think they might run the clock out, run the football consistently? No, sir. They put it in the air. We forced the interception. Great job by the defense. When they needed it the most, they came through.
Going to the run, it's Pryor. Touchdown, Gators! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
Great example of complementary football there. First, the defense comes away with the takeaway, and then offensively, you go to the ground game, being physical at the point of attack, running it in for a touchdown, and now you have the lead with not a lot of time left. They've now put all the pressure back on their opponent.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He's forced out of bounds at his own 19-yard line. An excellent job of coverage on that one. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. So they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go back on top late. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here in the fourth quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to throw it. This quarterback better dial in.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here.
No.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
That is going to give that wide receiver nightmares, man. He was wide open. I don't know if there was a coverage bust on the back end, but that is a play that this dude needs to make.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. He's got it on the left. A huge play there, and he has them set up and in business at the 30. There is no evidence whatsoever that either one of these offenses will bog down at any point in this game.
As a former quarterback, Reese, I'm impressed because both of these offenses right now are executing at such a high level.
Dragged down after working his way, and those feet were pitter-pattering as he picked up 6.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of gains all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO.
What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The Gamecocks are facing 3rd and inches. Run in the red zone, it's Clark. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Well, they came into this game today knowing that this guy was going to have to leave his mark in this one, toting the rock, and he's done that. He's come up with some big plays, and he continues to do that here late at a juncture where they've got to continue running it if they're going to win.
Throwing, Sellers. Makes a catch. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th. The Gamecocks with a response and a touchdown of their own. He's got it, and the lead is up to a field goal. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. So they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go back on top late. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Pryor. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Jones wants to throw it. Zings it complete to the right. Oh, he's got some space. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's a give to ball. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And they're able to get him down. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And it's such a good job by this defense. This offense is trying to find a spark, trying to get back in this football game. They're trying to be aggressive. The defense answers, and now you put your offense in a beautiful position to go out, execute a really good drive, and put a little distance between the other squad.
Play fake, Sellers. Under fire. They get to him as he throws.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Quarterback keep. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this. in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
From the gun on third down, Sellers throws for the tight end. Soft spot in the middle. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26.
And, man, that is so frustrating for this defense. You got them where you wanted them. You backed them up on third down. You knew they were going to throw the football, but they just couldn't stop them. They give up the first down, and time is running out. This defense is going to have to get aggressive.
Sellers. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
So now it's second and long. Looking to pass. It's Sellers. Caught in the backfield. It's Clark. A 5-yard pickup there leaves him with third down and 5. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this third and short, they're still thinking touchdown. Makes the grab. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. Quick release by the QB. Now the connection takes it to the 11. A mere 4 seconds after the clock stopped for the 2-minute timeout, the defense gets it stopped again, trying to get the ball back.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make a miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. The run inside. It's Clark. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina!
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Jones to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they've just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Decided this quarterback will take a knee. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And they'll take a knee, the universal symbol for we have this thing in hand. It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoiler.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this crowd involved. And when the crowd gets involved, Jesse, it changes the game, and I think it had a lot to do with the outcome today.
I agree. I'll tell you, regardless whether this team is ranked or unranked, when their home crowd is like they were today, they're tough to beat, period. And you know this crowd and these fans, they're going to be celebrating this win for days and days to come.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Mm.